Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you part 3 and the conclusion of this replay between Pokeroff.Kas and Grubby here on Metalopolis. Kas, the red Protoss player, Grubby, the blue Terran, with starports and a couple army. Taking a look at the army size, Kas is definitely stronger than Grubby at this stage in the game, but Grubby really able to stick through this game just by using another nuclear missile. So Grubby really abusing the nuclear launches, and if he's able to take down some of these probes, that's going to be a definite issue. Taking a look at over here, the photon cannon out of range, out of sight range, unable to spot this down. In comes that nuclear launch, able to take down some of those probes. I don't think it was able to take down very many of them, only getting 6 of those probes. Grubby now sticking around with that single ghost, able to shoot down that last pylon, and now going to go ahead and try to take down some of those probes. Kas probably does not realize that that ghost is still sitting there, able to take down a lot of those probes now getting up to 10 kills. So doing a very, very effective job of just stopping the mining from Kas. Kas down to 32 workers, and as he finally realizes what's happening and forcing to move those probes back away. Taking a look, Kas still mining from essentially 1.5 locations right now, while Grubby is still mining from only 1 location, a little bit behind. He does in fact have a mining from over here, and we have a planetary fortress. So this planetary fortress is in position. Siege tank not sieged though, so that's going to be a little bit of a concern. Another nuclear launch and another missile being dropped in from Grubby. So Grubby trying to drop another missile, perhaps trying to disrupt the whole entire gas production, and the robotics facility going to take some damage. We'll see where that one missile lands, and there goes, hitting a lot of those buildings once again, losing a couple more probes. Taking a look back over here, planetary fortress, Marauders trying to come in, trying to fight, but that's not going to really work as those overshields really protecting those immortals. That planetary fortress is going to get down very, very quickly as those immortals are dealing an amazing 50 damage per shot towards those buildings. Once again, we have this Ghost still trying to focus down, trying to take down more of these buildings. Ghost down to 31 energy, 29, now trying to take down this robotics bay. Another more immortals still being produced. A couple marauders sitting over here, and now siege tanks gonna go ahead and siege down over here. It's gonna be a hard position for Kas to really come into. Stalkers coming in. Stalkers not gonna be the good counter to these units, trying to focus down that siege tanks. Siege tank may be able to take down, no, not able to take down enough of those stalkers, and in comes those probes once again. A large number of immortals and stalkers now on this high ground, and going to be able to take down this last refinery and perhaps push into this location. But there are in fact 3 or 5 siege tanks protecting the main base of Grubby. Quickly taking down a lot of those buildings and activating a lot of those overshields. Bunkers trying to fire back as well. Taking a look over here, missile turrets in the middle of the base. Ghost still sitting over here. Ghost does have enough for another nuclear launch if he in fact wants to. Able to take down that poor pylon. Now once again going to hide back over here, going to wait up for some more energy and then drop another nuclear missile. Getting another nuclear missile down, and poor Kas unable to really find out where that Ghost is. Stalker now trying to come into play. Nuclear missile looks like it's going to be dropped in time. Will it be able to drop in time? Yes. Will he be able to cloak that Ghost now? Yes. Able to pull back that Ghost. And wow, Kas just now losing some of his immortal production. This poor Ghost still sitting there. We'll see if he does in fact able to take down that last refinery. Ghost taking some damage. Could in fact cloak right now. No, for some reason not cloaking, and then that Ghost once again taking down. So his guts just being left behind there. Anyways, coming back over here, command center now being put down by Grubby, as Kas is now just trying to run around the map. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this replay just a little bit. I have not seen this replay, so I just want to make sure I can get this all into 3 parts, and making sure that there isn't like a 1 minute portion of this replay. And in part 4, siege tanks now trying to go ahead and grab up that high ledge, and more units just trying to run back around. Taking a look, we once again have another Ghost running across the field. Ghost may in fact be able to, that Ghost quickly gets taken down. So an observer overhead means that 1 dead Ghost. We have an observer sitting over here as a command center from Grubby, trying to once again take another position. For some reason not using this command center that already has some SCVs in its belly. Couple of Immortals and Stalkers now trying to move out. Taking a look, we have 143 army, 143 food army versus 107, and turning off the unit overlay once again. And now Grubby taking these high yield minerals, really wanting to take these high yield minerals and trying to just really push out. Perhaps he should try to get some siege tanks onto these Naga watchtowers. Poor command center wasn't even able to harvest any materials, as Kas is able to focus down this command center once again. Down it goes. Immortal wishing he could shoot the air, but in fact he cannot. Down goes that command center. Oh, nice drop coming in from that backhand side. So Medevac now trying to come in, able to perhaps take down this pylon, and then stopping those photon cannons from being able to fire. But no, a main large army force now coming in from Kas. Kas will be able to secure this high yield mineral location. Siege tanks and bunkers sitting on this high end side as well. Siege tanks perhaps just trying to defend, and we'll see how this particular fight goes. Siege tanks now trying to fight back, trying to drop in more units, and that main army of Kas once again being forced to push back out. We may have a two-pronged attack here. Kas may be trying to come in from both sides, and if he comes in from both sides, that will be fairly effective. We'll see if it's going to be a two-pronged pincer attack against Grubby on this high ground. Yes, and in fact, it is going to be this two-pronged attack. Stalkers are not getting within close enough range. Siege tanks getting blown away by those Immortals. Immortals activating that overshield. And while Grubby is going to lose this high ground, even though it was fairly well fortified, too many Immortals for Grubby to deal with, and this should be the beginning of the end for Grubby. I do not see any nuclear launches happening anywhere on the map. Now trying to build up another nuclear missile. Command center going to be burned down. Siege tanks trying to fight back up onto that high ground. Maybe able to take down, no, not even able to take down that 7 hit point Immortal. Kas now trying to regroup himself, perhaps going to try to push in onto this particular expansion, as that's Grubby's last place to do any mining. These SCVs now trying to return those minerals, and then going to go ahead and start mining from down over here. Marines and Marauders trying to come back over here. No command center, no planetary fortress over here, so this is going to be very, very easy for Kas to take over. Kas, Marines and medics, or Marine medevac and Marauders trying to push this whole entire attack back, but those Immortals are going to be too much. Definitely need some Banshees at this stage in the game. Banshees would work very, very well due to that high rate of attack and very, very low damage. Taking a look, I hear another nuclear missile being launched from somewhere. Oh, being launched over here by this Ghost. So Ghost going to go ahead and try to perhaps take down this Nexus, but this Nexus has no probes on it, so really not going to be able to do anything there. Ghost still trying to perhaps take down this Nexus. Nexus down to 688 hit points, as those Immortals and those Stalkers once again trying to move back away. More Immortals still being produced. Kas should definitely consider using that Chrono Boost on that robotics facility in order to increase his robotics facility production, as he wants so many more Immortals. Taken back over here, Kas now getting revealed. I think every single one of his Nexus or Nexi have plenty of energy, trying to take down this high ground once again. Kas gonna just run in with Immortals and Stalkers, dealing a fair amount of damage. Medevac's now trying to move back away. I hear a nuclear missile to launch, and here we have another Ghost trying to launch another nuclear missile. Kas just probably frustrated with the number of probes he's had to produce this whole entire game, and down it goes. 24 kills for that one single Ghost now, as that Ghost is going to get into position and then start finishing off these probes and trying to get within range of that Photon Cannon. Photon Cannon fighting the back against that Ghost. Ghost is going to get destroyed right there. Down it goes. Still, the main army of Kas still trying to move around that map, and even though Grubby has done a marvelous job consistently launching nuclear missiles around the whole entire map, I do not believe he can take this game. Kas is just too far ahead economically. 42 harvesters compared to Grubby's 18, and even when he has 18, he's only mining from what is essentially 2 mineral patches left sitting over here. Perhaps he should still consider trying to do some long distance mining from this particular location. But we have a couple, wow, that's a lot of probes stacked on top of each other right there. Kas should probably consider taking another expansion, as well as there's no real reason to have more than 3 probes mining from a single mineral patch. Observers still running around the map, still waiting for Kas to deliver the death blow. More nuclear missiles, yeah, another nuclear missile gonna be launched. We'll see. Waiting for it, yeah, calling down another nuclear missile. And is the Ghost Academy going to prepare another arming that nuclear silo once again? We just got to wait for it, as that missile is going to be called down. Units trying to move back away. Probes trying to get away in time, unable to get away. And in comes that shockwave. So Ghost just standing there looking pretty high and mighty. No additional nuclear missiles being built out of the single Ghost Academy at this stage. And Marines and medevacs trying to come back up, trying to take down, just trying to do harassment against Kas. But Kas with such a strong attack force should be able to take down the rest of these medevacs and the rest of Grubby's army without any real incident. Coming in over here, we have this Immortal and Stalker army going to go ahead and try to come back up on this high ledge. 2 siege tanks are in position. Medevacs are in fact sieged. but those bunkers are not a good counter towards those Immortals. Those Immortals, in fact, deal full deal a full 50 damage towards those units, trying to draw the fire of those particular Immortals and Marines trying to counter those Immortals. In comes the rest of this large army, and the units are just continuing to fire. Immortals are going to be able to push into this position without any real issue, and those medevacs pretty much have no additional units to heal. Only 3 Marines left on the ground, and those tanks are going to get taken down. So Kas just overwhelming with a larger number of units. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this 3-part replay between Pokeroff.Kas and Grubby here on Metalopolis.